kick it away to start this game. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. On the ground, it's Wall. At the 35, he's got room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Pulls and fires complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got his man. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Trying to make magic with his feet. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Well, great job there by the defense, because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Stanford lines up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Slips through the line. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pump up, and this guy got a lot of that pump, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams, you can see the speed, you can see the wheels, and you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. The kickoff team is out there after that punt return for a touchdown. They'll try to pin him deep. He'll call for the fair catch here. Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Takes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished things off by racing 37 yards to the end zone. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. How How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's how you blow up the screen pass here on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Makes the grab. It's Shabera. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
The end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia 14, Stanford 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Comes out throwing on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense. And you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollock, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to two guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
The offense set for a 1st down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
That is a really good-looking throw. You think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
The Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He'll pull it down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Uga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Quarterback checking off. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They've been able to control the ball. This is the 7th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 3. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. They've been able to control the ball. This is the 7th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And it's caught! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's going to try to return this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Stanford quickly to the line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Running back searching for a hole. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Trying play action. Now he's going to break the pocket. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy 1st down.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
It's now 2nd and goal to go.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to fire on second down. Into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up third down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. No good. Guys, a missed field goal, and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half. So now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looks as if he's going to run it. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
After run, now throw. He looks that one in nicely. Hey, that's a live ball. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. And you could just feel a collective sigh of relief when that ball rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that defense, they looked excited. You see all those bodies trying to run over and jump on that football? That offense is very lucky that thing trickled out of bounds.
Looking to move it through the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Brings up second down.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? It's just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. He's looking to throw it. Takes the easy completion. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Soft spot in the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll pass on the 46-yard field goal attempt and go for it here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Stanford.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Buys a little time with his feet. Short throw to the sideline, complete, and he'll pick up the first down.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. Leaves it with the running back. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. Listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Cardinal! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
Number 14 with the catch in the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Quarterback will audible. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll go empty. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
29 Philly. Tuna.
They'll try the run. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Georgia 21, Stanford 14.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. A run for the quarterback. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. The give and tick, 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 tick. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The sure hands, it's Wall. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. A delay of game penalty like that just riles up the defense even more. Georgia lining up to punt it away.
On to punt it away.
And they'll just down it right there. They've got them pinned back, and they're trying to rattle their eardrums. Listen to this crowd. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Coming after it. And the sack all the way back at the 5. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Finds a crease at the 20. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. He wants to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. Go to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. And after the pickup gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got his man on the right.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Throws to the wideout. And he makes the grab, but he's out of bounds. Incomplete pass.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. They'll line up for a second down play. Off play action. Now sliding to his left. It's complete. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Touchdown, Stanford! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Massive score, now massive decision-making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? You want to go for it? It's your decision.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to throw on first down. Buys a little extra time. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
And that is enough.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Timeout, Stanford.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Georgia.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. This is a designed run. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, Stanford.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. From right in the center of the field, straight on to win the game. It's good. That was a spontaneous combustion of a celebration on the sidelines, and wait to see what happens if they can hold on for a few more seconds. Took the lead with that late clutch field goal, and now to see if they can get a stop and keep them from tying the game in the closing seconds. Fair catch called for and made. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese, making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA